Hello and welcome to more testing games. We're on the same Saturday that we've been on for all of today. Alright, I think we got that one by him. Team 1, ANS, Team 2, OSP, Jordan Rom, Poopit, and Flying Fool on Team 1. Team 2, Call Me a Fritz, Pie, and Snowblind. Up down here with the OSP team with a fucking monitor gigablob. Oh my. Alright. This is going to be interesting. Especially since ANS has one, two... Oh, nice. Jordan's bringing his own Cav spikes. Beams of 450s. Poopit's got some beams, of course. Fools maybe got some beams. No, just more 450. Alright, let's... I'm doing this all out of order. I'm breaking the rules. I'm breaking the law. Pi has MLS2 monitors. 4 of them with lighthouses. Ooh, baby. I love it. I love it. Because Pi plays these kind of front-liney, which is very questionable, but he does really well with them, so we'll allow it, I guess. Snowblind. Bloodhound EWR. T90s, T30s, and some PD and some Jamie. Wow, extremely light on the point defense. These things are going to suffer immensely to missiles if they come in. Sakura making use of the cheap container liner to go back to the world of absolute hell spam, which is one container liner with semi-active missiles and some dirt cheap active missiles, and it's a very feast or famine build. We'll see. Kelmia's got a cap fleet, one jam shuttle, couple MMTs, 3 of them. Gun shuttle, gun shuttle, gun shuttle, gun shuttle, gun shuttle, gun rocket shuttle, rocket shuttle. And the jam shuttles escorting the rocket shuttles. ANS. Jordan, where is the music? Let's listen to the sick jams. What's appropriate? How about some Star Wars? There we go. Jordan has, as previously discussed, one 450 broadside Axford with 2 beam destroyer escorts with Mark 62s on them and point defense and some hangups. Rom's got a cap fleet, missile sprinter, a lot of missile sprinters, 4 of them, and then 3 like naked capping ships. Boobit's got double beam destroyers with missiles on them and point defense. 1 spy frig. Great. And 2 support sprinters with guns and point defense. Flying Fools got 1 450 and 120 Axford.
And I crashed.
By 2 spy frigs and 2 missile gun sprinters. Alright, who got Galmia's ships? Sakura got them.
Sakura and Pi. Mostly Sakura.
Oh boy.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Okay, well, looks like not a whole lot is happening for either team yet. Both teams have captured their naturals. OSP's also grabbing Echo. OSP seems to be setting up on the Delta side of the map. Both monitor blobs are over here, the missiles and the front line. Tailliners hanging out over in that direction too. ANS is spread out pretty much everywhere. They got some beams over on the Delta side of the map. which could spell disaster for those monitors. As long as the beams actually wait. Poopit's had a problem of pushing way too early lately. It's like it's getting him killed and it's losing his team the game.
Alright, so Dark, you were saying that this is actually a really good beam map. Are these people playing it right?
No.
Unfortunate.
It is an obnoxiously good beam map.
So Poopit's beams are pushed up a little too far, like a lot too far actually. They need to pull back a little bit and be able to rotate around the big rock on the right side that Flying Fool's kind of hanging out on. Because so this like XY or I guess XZ. I don't know. I can't do coordinates 3D space. These are kind of in a good spot, but they need to be pulled back away from this rock towards the ANS spawn by like 1.5 kilometers, because that gives you the ability to control Echo, to control Delta, to rotate around the big rock for assisting with offensives, and you can rotate up and get to Charlie relatively quickly. You can also baffle any sort of hard flanks unless they're at the withdrawal line.
I see.
You
Will say
control...
that So Puppet faced a lot of critique earlier in the week for not being aggressive enough with his beams, so I think he's trying to grow as a player, which is good.
That might explain the over-aggression. Okay. Okay, that's good then.
Again?
That's that'll balance it out eventually. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you for that context, Hardly. I was wondering what the hell was going on because I know he doesn't usually play like that.
Positional play is one of the hardest things to learn in Nebulous, I think. And,
Absolutely.
It's good to see people, trying it out when people tell them to mix it up.
Yeah. So back to beams being crazy on this map. ANS has a spot kind of right in the almost dead center, offset by about 3 kilometers, where you can pretty much control all 4 points except your opponent's natural. You also, if you want to be really cute, you can go down into the Warrens on lower Echo side. No one ever really goes there. But you can point up with your beams and catch all the ships that usually go through the middle lower Charlie area that are trying to control Echo and Charlie and then pressure your opponent's natural. So you've got a lot of options with the beams. You just have to think very vertically.
I'll have to try that sometime.
It's super good, dude. Cannot recommend. I think this might actually be the best map for beam destroyers. Tumbleweed is obviously extremely good. Okay, I'm glad I'm not completely deranged here, but Tumbleweed's really good for being battleships, because Tumbleweed has things can unmask from a bunch of different angles at once on Tumbleweed, where you don't really have that on Styx. You have these like just a couple of really huge areas that are close enough range-wise that the beams can cover all of it. It's really strong. I think this is actually a map that's really good for Dragonfly beams, even though I know like normal drive is fine for getting them on target just because you can flip around quicker.
Smitter dying to missiles on Charlie. The Pi is looking at taking it with S2 monitors, perhaps, though maybe
That's
backing off.
so risky, because look at Jordan's got a beam destroyer up here ready to go. It's pointed in the wrong direction, though.
The thing is, OSP doesn't really have a front line aside from Snowblind's fleet, so on this side of the map, you kind of just have to.
Yeah, you
hope
just
for the
have to send
best.
it and pray that the monitor armor is enough. Snowblind's fleet also playing voxel fuck games versus the Axfords. Kind of poking and shooting out from behind these rocks. They don't want to engage this. Double 450 Axfords, you want to just leave. Yeah, as we're seeing, God, that's one monitor that's pretty beat up. The others have lost some bits and bobs on their nose. I think that might just be a thruster, actually. Yeah, it's just a thruster.
That poor sprinter.
Sakura's shooting missiles at Rom's squadron.
Yeah, we got Sakura
Rom
going on a the world's biggest
is-
flank
Yeah.
with the rocket shuttles.
I think Rom's trying to kill the Intellitor.
Those are
but-
saw shuttles unless they took my shuttles.
No, those are yours.
They are
Those are your
small
rockets.
Okay.
Rocket shuttles that I'm talking about.
Looks like they just
Oh no,
miss entirely.
just
'cause
missed
there's
the
a-
cone.
And the semi-active containers continuing to be exactly as effective as they have been every other time we've seen them. Sometimes you get lucky and you kill shit, but most of the times it just goes off into space. And I know people say missiles are gambling, but this is ridiculous! It's like neither team really able to capture Charlie Point. I think Rom wanted it. Oh, right, this is the sprinter that got banished to the Shadow Realm by the entire Monitor Blobsworth mess, too. Yeah, I think the Beam Destroyer out of ANS and the Monitor Blob out of OSP is going to pretty much keep Charlie uncontestable by either faction, which is going to mean this is going to be a military game. I think ANS has a bit of an advantage there because the container liner is very quickly running out of munitions. It hasn't really gotten a lot done. Oh, I see. So he's dumped all the scouting missiles, but all the like damage missiles have seen very little use. But still, it's not very many volleys. Let's take a look at these internals.
Oh, Oxfords are getting dumped.
Oh, hello. And I think one of these has wings, or wing 120s, so it's going to be in big trouble. God, so many
Lot of
missiles, dude.
though.
Active decoys pulling a bunch off,
No.
but not enough. I can't even click on this. A bunch missed to the chaff, a bunch get pulled off with the active decoy, but about 50%, 60% of that salvo still goes directly into the loader for painting this Axford in a lovely autumn color. It can
And they said
repair.
Saul-
Is that another
And they
container
said-
salvo at the low ships?
And they said Saul was dead.
Yeah, but those people are fucking stupid.
Wonder how much
Semi-active
these-
has always been extremely strong, and making it cost slightly more is not going to make it any less strong. It's just going to make it slightly less broken. Because
Well,
the
these are-
ability to just ignore soft kill is pretty good, actually.
Oh, another one.
However, the active decoy might be pulling off more here.
It'll drift out of the cone soon, though.
Yeah. Whoa! There's about 6 lands, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Got a crit going.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, that's just enough, even though most of the volley missed. Doesn't matter, just enough got through. Beam Destroyers, though, bouncing onto Snowblind's fleet. That's going to be a big problem if... Well, I guess OSP and ANS are kind of trading front lines right now.
How's the mag depth on Snowblind going?
Well, it's
Snowblind,
Pie's got the missile ship. Snowblind's got the frontline monitors. Pie's mag
Pie's-
depth is about half.
Maybe 2 more salvos, 2.5 possibly, depending on specifics, I suppose.
Another big
Oh,
S2
there's
dump on
some
the
going into
destroyers. Goodbye, little one.
Chaff is not enough. Those
Sung as a
are
James Bond
weaved,
theme
by the
song.
way.
Chaff is not enough.
The world, the chaff is not enough. Oh, no, no, no. You could probably make a chaff-based version of the world. It's not enough. Yeah. Semi-active, massive volume, soft kill resistance. Pretty good combination. More S2s going out after Jordan's Beam Destroyer. Bye-bye. Bonk.
It has the restores to fix this.
Yeah, it can recover from that. But it did lose a reactor and a beam. And one
Containers out.
FBA. So I have to spend all that.
Containers are trying to execute Poopit's crippled ships.
That might work. I think that's kind of overkill though, because these are already
Yeah, I
pretty
think
beat
that's-
up.
Time on
If I
target
can get
salvo,
it to
that is
cover it, though, then it
little less.
will zone out the point a bit.
True.
I guess it's also possible they've just eliminated the target they can see and might retarget the Illuminator if they get a chance when the missiles get closer.
It looks like that's happening.
Or not.
Healthy destroyers getting the containers sent after it. Yeah, glong, glong, glong.
Oh,
See you later. Those are both dead. That's what we in the biz call
So-
Dunsky.
So about the Alliance having the advantage on the military victory.
It's very silly.
Meanwhile, Rom's getting kind of bullied by a combination of containers and Kamiya's cap fleet, now under Sakura's control.
Apparently it got scattered. It wasn't just her that got control of it.
Well, mostly under Sakura's control. I
Wow.
don't think the elements that Pai's controlling have been doing much.
Two S2s just straight up killed the sprinter, hit the drive and the microreactor and almost nothing else.
Oh, rough.
RIP. Now that's might be the bookie game right there. ANS has lost, as Wolf was saying earlier, most of their fleet. They've got a healthy Axford, they've got a less than healthy Axford.
I don't think one of those X-Fits is going to be very healthy for much longer.
Yeah, it's looking not like that. Man, I cannot talk today.
Because I'm looking at the way that, yeah, look, the spot just went up.
Yeah, the containers are flying in. You know, they are taking this really weird flank.
Worried about Sarissa's, maybe? Or
Perhaps.
trying to get the wake valve active.
Maybe.
Both, likely.
There's one of the beam DDs. That's gonna be Poopit basically out of this game.
Hooks a monitor in the process.
OSP's gonna be able to take that Delta point now. I don't think Esgaroth has enough. No, not with those 120s.
And it's also just running its engines.
Yep.
Oh, up.
It's continuing to run its engines.
Actually,
Bye-bye.
it might be. It may just be masked from the Illuminator.
It is!
No, it's not.
A couple are gonna miss. Well, it was
Oh
for a
my.
second, and most of them
That-
missed.
Oh my.
Okay, so burning the engines was the right move.
Very nice, very nice. Who is this flying fool? Good work.
Just about lost the engines, though.
Yeah, well,
Always.
But it
not
wasn't
at
everything.
that point.
Some of Sakura Fritz's missiles have wake back up instead of Vel.
oh, okay. Snow secures the Delta Cap. No one has managed to get on Charlie yet. I love this map. There's still fuck games going on in Echo. It looks like Anus has been routed out of that area. Rom's headed for the Bravo point. Jordan's hanging out around Upper Charlie, Delta side of the map. Fool's also up here. Yeah, everything's concentrated up here around C, but they don't actually own the point
Securing zone Comet.
yet. So that's a little painful. See if Rom can secure it. Call me in. Well, Fritz, rather. Got to eat a couple torpedoes. Glonk, glonk. Another nuke on Delta. And we're just about approaching the halfway point of the cap game here. This has been an absolutely nuts match.
Here comes C-Cap.
Well, it's not impossible for ANS to bring this back,
Zone Comet.
but if they... seeing how the missiles have been performing so far, I don't think they're gonna get the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. No one's steadily dying on Delta to the 450s, but that's like not the priority target right now.
It is I.
Hello.
Sup.
That's nice.
The beam finishes off the tug.
Hmm.
But I think these monitors are just gonna come over the top and kill all of this.
We're watching ANS die to missiles.
If Alman?
No,
No, just
Gale
semi-active
Spam.
dumps.
And,
You know,
well,
the classic.
Sakura's doing something weird, but mostly just Gale Spam.
Yeah, semi-active is strong.
What if we use semi-active against a bunch of people with 120s in their PD slots? How would that go? Oh, pretty good, turns out.
Yeah.
Ha's doing a good job of rationing the remaining S2s too, not using full dumps against lighter target.
Yeah,
The
I've said it
Illuminator's
in
not
my
even
business
on
before.
here though.
whoops.
Oops.
Moderate
There goes
mistake.
the rationing.
Oh,
he was trying to
and now it's gonna
eliminate
get
the sprinter.
beamed.
I think he was trying to loop it past the destroyer and hit the sprinter underneath, maybe?
No way.
I feel like the destroyer is still the more important target.
Oh,
though.
absolutely, always.
So
Being very scary.
yeah,
I think
why
I was
would
just
you
a
even do
plain-
that?
I think it was just a plain and simple mistake here.
One
One
land, everything else is gonna miss. It's the problem with rationing the missiles is you really just gotta take the gamble chance on those large dumps. That's how past missiles have been punching through the chaff, you know, only 10% of the volley.
Containers onto the
Ooh.
healthy Axford.
Some containers also coming after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
destroyer. Oh no, it's gone
Going
after
the destroyer
both.
instead, I think.
Now the Axford eats a couple
Oh.
in the drive, destroyer eats enough to kill it.
Done.
Bye bye.
Well, ANS frontline has in fact collapsed.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody brings flak anymore. This is great, I love this.
See, when I bring S2 spam, people remember to put flak on their Axfords. Hmm.
Very sad.
Oh well.
How many crits in the drives?
It's probably because
Let's
the reason they put flak on their Axfords is because they just had a game that goes like this, where they don't put flak on their Axfords, they eat infinite free damage.
Not
not
too
as
many
many as I
crits,
expected.
actually. I think most of the missiles hit towards the center.
Pie's getting beamed again, but it actually hasn't been that much of a problem.
It's long range.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much FPA in that
Not
beam
that
ship.
long. How many?
A bunch of track
Oh,
correlators and
What the fuck?
no FPAs is what is inside of this beam ship. Gotta get the track correlators for the extra laser accuracy.
Is it a
I
spy
think it's
tracker
for
setup?
the,
Yes.
Alright, I see the vision,
Yeah,
and I think it's
that's
bad.
right. For the Axel.
Yeah, kinda.
I
Not a
mean,
fan.
I like it. It's like a correlated spyglass DD.
But just
It's
put a
like
railgun in
Evermore,
it.
just bad.
Just put a
I
railgun
like
in it.
correlated. I like correlated spy DDs, right? But the thing is, if you have a beam, you don't want it to be out in the open getting tracks. You want to hide it behind a rock and pop out and kill
Well,
stuff.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I keep my correlated spyglass DD in a formation of Maxford. It's like a
Okay, but what's the
that's
weapon
smart.
on it?
Well, that's also a good idea.
Spinal-
That's a great place for
Spinal
it to be.
elant, in my opinion, is the appropriate spinal weapon for
We
a
all,
spy tracker DD.
oh man, we all know the correlated spy point defense Vauxhall is the better build anyway.
I'll kill you.
Speaking
Oh.
of which, the Axford's about to die.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I'm watching it. Bye bye.
Brutal.
Oh, that's a
Good
lot
night,
of
sweet
crits.
Prince.
Yeah, it looks like the containers are gonna miss it first. It's just like,
Bakura Fritz's Illuminator Micro is pretty darn good.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like you get like a second of feeling like, oh, are they gonna miss? Am I safe? And then all of a sudden your hopes are dashed and they'll come towards you. Oh, that's evil.
Yeah, that's a reasonable call at this point.
Indeed.
Hello.
Here we are in the after action report.
So, crashing within like 3 minutes, morale broke me. I'm sorry. I'm done for the day.
Alright. Happens to the best of us.
Your ships were used well.
Yes, the Sakura used them as targeting shuttles for his containers. Or not targeting shuttles, but spotters.
Once I lost my SAH ships, Sakura's ships were very helpful for that.
Yeah, very good missiling out of the OSP fleet. Big fan.
Yes, those missiles did a lot of damage.
All right, nothing else to cover. Missile good. Can confirm. Love it. Don't see games like that much anymore. People bring reasonable builds. It's pretty risky to do that. If ANS had less greedy PD builds, the OSP would have been suffering. Suffering. But alas. We got to see the explosions. Very exciting, very fun. Bye.